Hey, good morning. Well, yesterday, I have been wondering what's going to happen to Junie off and on all night. Because yesterday, when we finished reading, remember, Miss got mad and sent Junie to the office. And why did Miss get mad at Junie? What did Junie do that was just. Uh, she said that poem that was funny to the class but not really appropriate. Remember, they're trying to come up with a poem for the graduation invitations. And it started off with roses are red and violets are blue. Graduation is here. And then Junie filled in the blanks with, and your feet smell like stink. And everybody laughed, and Miss said, enough. Go to the office. So let's see what happens, okay? We are in chapter 3. Are you ready? You got your ears on? And your mouth off? Everybody ready here? The gang's all here. Bijou's right over there working. Hey, B, can you hear me? She gave a thumbs up. All right, let's get started. Chapter 3 is called A Good Chuckle. The office is where the principal lives. I know my way there by heart. There is a mean typing lady there, too. She looked over the counter at me. Well, well, well. Would you look who it is, she said. I looked down at myself. Well, 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 it looks like it's me, I said. The typing lady pointed to the blue chair. The blue chair is where bad kids sit. Only, I'm never really bad, but for some reason I still have to sit in it. I put my feet on the edge of the chair and I hid my face in my knees. She's kind of like this in her chair. If you don't hide your face, people recognize you. Finally, I peeked one eye at the principal's door. And guess what? That guy was looking right back at me. Is that Junie B. Jones I see out there? He yelled. I gasped. Because the principal can even recognize me from one eyeball, apparently. I went into his office and I sat in this big wooden chair. The principal winked at me. Well, I'm a little surprised to see you, Junie B. You haven't been sit here in quite some time. I know, I said. That's because my behavior has shown some considerable improvement. I pronounced the words perfectly. My teacher printed those words on my report card. And guess what else shows improvement? My speaking. Because I don't say runned anymore. And I don't say thinked. And I don't say throwed. Do you want to hear me say them right, huh? Do you, principal? I took a big breath. Ran, ran, ran. Thought, thought, thought. Through, 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 I said, very proudly. See, I told you. Mother says I'm getting a better vocabulary. Vocabulary, said principal. Yeah, vocabulary, I said. Then the principal smiled. Well, I'm delighted with your improvements, Junie B. But if everything has gotten better, then why are you here? He asked. I kind of wiggled in my chair and I was very uncomfortable. Well, but see, it wasn't my fault. That's why. What wasn't your fault? Said the principal. I wiggled around a little more, and then finally I told the principal about how my teacher made us write a graduation poem, and how she said that the last word had to rhyme with blue. And so Polly Allen Puffer rhymed the word with P-U. But then Miss got angry at him because she did not appreciate his behavior. Only too bad for me because my brain thought of even a sillier poem, and my mouth, well, my mouth couldn't hold it inside. The principal closed his eyes. He did some deep breaths. All right, let's hear it. I kind of gulped. And then very softly, with a soft voice, I said, "Roses are red, violets are blue. Graduation is here and your feet smell like stink," I said. After that, Principal kept his eyes closed for a very long time. He did not say any words. Then very slowly, he put his head down on his desk and he started to laugh. And guess what? I started laughing too. That poem is a beaut, right, Principal? We're having ourselves a good old chuckle over it, aren't we? Quickly, the principal stopped laughing. He raised his head again. "No, Junie B, no. We are not having a good chuckle. I'm sorry your poem caught me completely by surprise, but I never should have laughed like that." And then he crossed his arms at me. "You are right about one thing, though. Your poem is definitely silly. But silly things are not always appropriate to say in the classroom, are they? Your teacher made it very clear that she didn't like what Polly Allen Puffer had said, Junie B. But you called out your poem anyway." And then he made squinty eyes at me. "And please, don't blame it on your mouth, okay? You know that you could have held it inside." I shrugged my shoulders. I don't know that," I said, kind of quietly. "Maybe I could have." The principal tapped his fingers on his desk. "It is a very serious matter to disobey a teacher, Junie B. And I want you to sit here and think about just how serious it is. Can you do that?" "Yes, I can," I said. After that, I squeezed my eyes real tight, and I thought and thought. Finally, I opened my eyes again. "Good news. I've said my last stink." The principal nodded his head. "That is good news," he said. And then he stood up and he held my hand and he walked me into the hallway. "It's been an interesting year getting to know you, Junie B. Jones. You're a fascinating little girl." "Well, thank you," I said. "You're a fascinating old man." After that, both of us waved goodbye, and I started skipping all the way back to room 9. And then all of a sudden I stopped, and I spun around. Yeah, only we're not saying goodbye forever, right? Right, Principal? 'Cause next year, I'll probably get sitting down here too, you know? Or else maybe you and I will see each other on the playground, right? The principal did a chuckle. "Right," he said. "Hooray," I said. "Hooray, hooray." And then I turned back around and continued skipping all the way back to room 9. I started to skip a little faster because maybe, if I hurried, I could still have a chance to get to sprinkle some glitter on something. Oh, Junie's so funny. I want you to have a wonderful day today. I hope you're enjoying our book. I love it. I love them all. But I will see you tomorrow for chapter number 4. See you guys tomorrow. Mwah.